What I'm about to share with you has helped tens of thousands of students pass school and NREMT exams. And this exact program and study method that I'm going to share with you right here applies to every single EMS certification level, whether that's EMR, EMT, Advanced EMT, and the paramedic level. Hey, my name is Evan. Online, I go by the Paramedic Coach. And over the last 5 years, I have obsessed over getting students to pass school and NREMT. And we have this method down to a science. I'm gonna share with you a lot of information in this video about how to pass school, how to pass NREMT, different study methods, how I break things down. We call this passing on easy mode because once you understand the concepts I share with you right here, you do pass on easy mode because everything is broken down for you in a simple to learn system. Now, this program is called the Video Vault. The Video Vault is the most comprehensive and best valued NREMT prep on the face of this planet. And the reason that I can say that is lifetime access to everything that you need in one program. Firstly, there's 3 main types of students that I see struggle with school and NREMT. The first is a student that's really good out in the field. They do great when they're out in front of patients. But when it comes time for the written test, it's like they freeze up and forget it all. Those hands-on students, we help them get that knowledge they have out in the field and bring it to exams, bring it to quizzes, bring it to NREMT, so don't freeze up when taking the exam. Maybe that's you. Secondly, is a student that is taking all these different apps or taking a ton of practice test questions. Here is the secret and the truth of just relying on practice questions alone. I do not recommend it, and here's why. Practice test questions, they only assess the knowledge that you have. But what if you have a weakness in the areas of content that you're going to be going over for NREMT and in school? You have to strengthen up your weakness. And the way you strengthen up your weakness is by studying. It's not by taking questions. Questions are used to assess after you have studied, not before. EMS schools are behind the times, and they are having students reading through giant textbooks. Students today, every day, through phone, through computers, what do? We absorb video and audio like crazy, right? That's how we learn and process information in today's world. This is not the days pre-internet, pre-phone, when all we had is books. I know myself personally, I do not do very well trying to read giant textbooks, right? That will not work for me, and it probably doesn't work for you. So when you have an instructor say, oh yeah, just read more, read the book, you're having a hard time with it. That's why I created this program. So you can use this program throughout school as kind of like your secret weapon throughout school, and by the time NREMT comes, man, are you gonna be prepared, because you've been studying, right? That is the goal of the Video Vault. And wherever you are on that path, the Video Vault will get you where you want to go. Now, as promised, we're going to hop on the whiteboard here in a second, and I'm going to share 2 powerful study methods with you and how my students that you see on the page here get so much success. Before that, I want to share a powerful story with you that I'll never forget. That was the motivation behind doing all this. When I went to EMT school, we started roughly with about 80 or so students. We filled up part of an auditorium. By the end of EMT class, we were down to about 20 to 30 or so students. What happened to all those other students? Then when I went to paramedic school, we started with roughly about 30, 32 students. By the time we just got done with first semester, now we're in second semester, guess what? We're down to half. We're down to about 15 students. What happened to all those students, right? What happened is they did not prepare before they entered school. The secret is EMS schooling is extremely accelerated, but people don't take it seriously. I know if you're watching this video, how serious you are about becoming a great EMT and paramedic, and I will help you on the journey with that using the vault here. Now let's go hop on the whiteboard. I want to share with you 2 powerful study methods and how my students become so successful. Now this is our 3-step process that we've used with tens of thousands of students to pass NREMT, and I'm going to share it with you now. Now the first step to passing any NREMT exam, whether it's EMR, EMT, AEMT, paramedic, the rules apply the same as this. Step 1, we need to study the content areas of National Registry, which we're going to break down in a moment. NREMT tells us exactly what we need to study to pass this test, but we have to study the right material, okay? We're going to take care of that in a moment. Step 2, once we've studied the content areas that National Registry tells us to study and to review, well, I want to make sure that we are getting good comprehension. So what we do inside the video vault is we do knowledge check questions. So in step 1, we're providing videos, we're providing audio files for you to review. Videos when you're in a study session, audios while you're on the go, okay? And you're reviewing those content areas to get the information down cold so you know it. If you know the content cold, no question can trip you up, right? In step 2, I'm gonna give you knowledge check questions to make sure you comprehended everything you watched in that set of videos, okay? And whether you're EMR, EMT, AEMT, or paramedic, we give you an exact study plan based on where you're at right now when you enter the program. Okay, so let's say we get through our knowledge check questions. The next step is step 3. We have over 2,000 NREMT practice questions inside the video vault. So once you've watched your content, I know you know your stuff because I checked your knowledge. Only now do we go and assess ourselves with NREMT practice test questions, and we do all of that in one program with lifetime access, and that's the video vault. So the only thing left to do is go pass your exam. Now, I want to show you briefly here, before we go to the NREMT website, I got a lot of information to share with you straight from NREMT. I want to show you the content areas. These are the BLS exams, basic life support. That's EMR and EMT candidates. This is your content areas. The NREMT focuses heavily on patient assessment. You need to know your patient assessment absolutely cold, whether EMR and EMT. You still gotta know your medical, your trauma, your cardiac, your airway, your neurology, right? All that stuff still applies. But it leads with patient assessment. And we're gonna go into more details later on, so hang with me. Now, the content areas of the EMR and EMT exams, it's scene size up and safety, primary assessment, secondary assessment, patient treatment and transport, and EMS operations. This is the material you must know. We provide that material for you, me as your instructor, and we go through all the content areas. Then we do our knowledge check questions on that. Then we do a practice question on that, and then we go past that test. Now here is AEMT and paramedic content areas. They're a little different, right? But same rule applies, same 3 steps. We tackle it in this way: airway, respiration, ventilation, cardiology and resus, trauma, medical, OBGYN, EMS ops, and clinical judgment. Clinical judgment is a style of questioning, right? It brings all the material together, and it's a style of questioning from the en route phase to the on-scene phase to the post-scene phase. So you're getting a scenario and it's taking you through the whole call where you as an AEMT or paramedic have to make clinical decisions just like you do out in the field. And the reason these content areas are like this, NREMT is trying to match the hands-on stuff that you're doing out in the field and bring it to the test. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna jump in, we're gonna go to the NREMT website, and I'm gonna show you some stuff that you may not know about NREMT. Now let's get after it, come on. Okay, now here we are on the NREMT website. Now I'm going to show you some information that you might not know about the NREMT exams. And we're going to cover every level: EMR, EMT, AEMT, Paramedic. Okay, I have all these test plans pulled up, and we're going to go through them all together. This is directly from National Registry, direct from NREMT. So first with EMR, we've already gone through the content areas, so we got that down. With the BLS exams of EMR and EMT, a large majority, as we can see from the screen here, these are all the percentages of what you're going to be actually tested on. We can see the largest amount for the BLS exams is primary assessment. So that is one of the biggest areas we want to focus our studying. And that is what we do in the Video Vault. Study the content areas. So what this means for BLS providers, patient assessment should be a focus, and patient assessment is king. We gotta know everything about patient assessment cold. And that's my job as educator here with the Video Vault, and that is what we're gonna do inside the Video Vault, okay? Now, with BLS, people will always ask, is there still gonna be medical? Is there still gonna be trauma questions? OBGYN, ops, it's right there. Airway, yes. This is a different way of labeling the content areas, but you should know there's going to be a high focus on primary assessment. And that's my job to get you prepared, and that's what we're going to do inside the Video Vault. Okay, now, for my advanced EMT and paramedics watching, these are your content areas, which we went over earlier in the video. Look at the percentage breakdown. We can see here the highest amount is in clinical judgment scenarios, and also medical as well. Okay, and also some, I would say cardiology up there pretty high as well. Okay, again, we're going to focus on all these content areas. If we know airway, cardiology, trauma, medical, EMS ops, if we know that information cold, if we test ourselves with some clinical judgment scenarios, we're going to be ready. And that is what the Video Vault provides for you. Okay, notice here is this little asterisk about pediatric content. There will be in every single exam, there will be adult and pediatric questions mixed in, right? The whole goal of NREMT is to make sure that you are competent as an entry-level provider. So anything's on the board, but it's showing you the highlights. And this, we have to know this content area cold in order to pass. And this is what I've helped tens of thousands of students do. Now, let's go through the test plan that NREMT actually gives us one by one. This is a document. It's called a test plan. So this information here, I'll scroll through on the screen here and we'll go through it. This shows basically like almost like, they call it the job task. I look at it as like the subtopics underneath each content area. So all this here, folks, is straight from NREMT. Okay, now I'm not going to bore you by going through each one individually. I've done all the hard work for you. That's why you have the Video Vault. But I just want to show you here, if we know all this information here that's in these subtopics, okay? And I'll go through each one of them for you. Just scroll through, okay? If we know all this information in these subtopics, right? We can see here for A is AEMT, this is paramedic, practically the same, right? Assessment, pathophysiology, management of all this, right? Folks, this is all inside the Video Vault. What this means is we're going to know the content areas. So no matter what question that we face, we're going to know the answer. We're going to have an awareness level of that content. And this is how my students get ahead and pass NREMT, because we are actually listening to NREMT on what their test is on, okay? Now, briefly, I want to go through some things you might not know about the NREMT exam. So first off, the EMR, the EMT, and the paramedic level exam. These are all adaptive exams, which simply means that you could stop anywhere along the way during the test. Once NREMT identifies you have a 95% confidence you're going to pass or fail, it will stop you. It could stop you at the minimum, or it could stop you in between, or you'll go all the way. But you'll either pass or fail the exam. That's how it works, okay? Now, the only one that's different is the advanced EMT. It is linear, which we can see here, fixed length, linear, computer-based test, which means you'll get all of the questions. So how many questions and how long is the test? Let's go through that. So EMR, you'll have 1 hour and 45 minutes, and you'll get between 90 and 110 questions, okay? EMT, you're going to have 2 hours and go from 70 to 120 questions. Advanced EMT is straight up 3 hours, 135 questions are guaranteed. Paramedic, 3.5 hours, and you'll get between 110 and 150. Now, why do I harp so much that relying on practice question apps alone will not help you? Again, it's straight from NREMT. Why? There's unscored content on the National Registry exam, every single one. EMR, EMT, AEMT, and Paramedic. These are called pilot items, folks. So pilot items, what that means is it EMR. An EMR exam, there is 30 pilot questions that don't count towards you passing or failing. These are pilot questions. So you will not be able to determine what is pilot and what is scored. You're just taking questions, right? So this is why we don't focus on memorization of questions. We focus on understanding the why and actually understanding the content. No matter what they throw at us, we will know it because we know the content cold. And we've gone through the 3-step process here that we just talked about. Now, I just want to show you, for EMT, there are 10 pilot questions. AEMT, there's 35 pilot questions. And Paramedic, there is 20 pilot questions. Again, content over questions. We put them both together. Now we got a kingdom, and now we're going to pass that exam. Let's continue. Here's what I have done. I've created a method. It's called my 1, 2, 3, 4 method. What this method does, it breaks down every single emergency and disease that we see and have to learn about in EMS. So, if you cannot answer me these 4 questions about an emergency or disease, we have a weakness. The cool part is, in the video vault, I'm going to uncover all this for you. So you know every emergency, every disease, and you know it cold. Now here's what it is. The first part of this, let's say we're talking about COPD, or asthma, or myocardial infarction, or stroke, right? This applies to any sort of disease or emergency. First, you gotta tell me, in simple English, what is it? So if someone has a stroke, what is it? If someone has a myocardial infarction, what exactly is that? We have to answer that question first to actually understand the content. Secondly, what are the risk factors of this occurring? You'll see little clues in test questions about risk factors and about number 3, which is most important. What are the hallmark signs and symptoms of this disease or emergency occurring? This is not only true out in the field when we're treating patients, but especially, of course, on test questions. These are the little clues in the question that pick us up on the right answer and what is the next best step in the management of this patient. And number 4, well, how do we treat it? This covers any sort of scenario that we get on exam and, of course, out in the field, making us better in tests and out in the field when we're actually going to be seeing patients. This is my 1, 2, 3, and 4 method, and the coolest part about it, as a bonus with this program, I give you a worksheet that breaks all this down for you. So I'm not only going to teach you this in video lessons so you know it, and then check your knowledge to double check to make sure you got it. I'm going to give you a worksheet that breaks down every disease and emergency in EMS, so that way you know it cold for exam, and when a patient's in front of you, you can feel confident, and when you're sitting for an NREMT exam, you'll see those risk factors, you'll see those signs and symptoms, you'll know the treatments, you'll know the definitions, and you will pass that exam. Now let's go back, I got more to show you. So now that we've gone over exactly what NREMT expects of us, how to study, how to pass school, how to pass NREMT, now it is time to take action on this new information that we have. You're gonna see a ton of student reviews and testimonials below me, below this video, on this page here. And these students were in the same exact page and in the same exact spot that you are in right now. And you know what they did? They took action on the information in this video. I want you to become my next success story. Now, I want to share with you exactly what you get when you sign up for the Video Vault today. The value you get in the Video Vault program is tremendous and unmatched. Because with a one-time payment, you get lifetime access to every single EMS certification level. There are no monthly or recurring payments. There are no fees to upgrade to another level like other programs. And the beauty of the program is this: any future updates I make, whether I'm making new videos, add new questions, add new worksheets, add new features to the program, you will never pay a dime more. You get lifetime access when you sign up today and become a member. Now, when you first enter the Video Vault, you'll be emailed a welcome email and a login with a password. Now, it's important to know you can watch the Video Vault anytime, anywhere, on any device. So this could be a mobile device, an iPad, computer, laptop. Whether you're doing a study session on the go or a study session focused at home, the Video Vault is available for you to do that. Now, I want to break down exactly, I'll show you on the screen here, what is exactly in the Video Vault that you're about to get access to today. Now, these are all the sections that you have. First, you have over 480 videos of content and over 2,000 practice questions in the vault. And everything is broken down exactly by certification level. Again, where it's EMR, EMT, AEMT, Paramedic. You just follow along with the personalized study plan that's given to you once you log in. You just choose your level, choose where you're at, whether you're before school, in school, or getting ready for NREMT, and you follow that plan, watch that set of videos, take those questions, and you're good to go. Now, here are the sections that are broken down in the course. First, we have the NREMT prep sections. We then have the school prep sections. Next, we have the skill demo sections, breaking down the main EMS skills for BLS and ALS providers. Next, we have the medication review sections. So I cover all of the main EMS medications. I will teach them all to you. And then next, I will teach you prescription medications. So when you see that long medication list out in the field, I cover all that for you. So all of the main medications you won't be stumped with, you'll know that information down cold with prescription meds. Next is the anatomy and physiology section, which is really cool. It includes videos and worksheets. So anatomy and physiology is the foundation of all your EMS education, and I cover that in the program as well. That comprises 120 videos just by itself in the program, and that's really cool. Now, there are bonus sections in the course as well. For example, like clinical tips and career advice. So like I mentioned, you will also get a final practice test to make sure you are ready for the exam. So remember our study formula. First, we go over the content. We understand it. We then check our knowledge with knowledge check questions. Then we take our practice test questions, and then we go and pass. That's how it works, and it's all included in the Video Vault for you. Now, I also have some awesome, really cool bonuses that you get today when you sign up as a member on this page. First, there's 13 different worksheets inside the Video Vault. So, I talked to you earlier about those instant drug cards. I give you, you can really print them out, cut them out, drug cards that you have from day one. So all the main EMS drugs you know from day one. Next is, I talked to you earlier about my 1, 2, 3, 4 method. I'm gonna give you an exact worksheet included in this course that breaks down every single main emergency disease you're going to learn about EMS. And I break it down for you using the 1, 2, 3, 4 method. So there's no guesswork. All the signs and symptoms are right there in front of you. You'll never have to guess ever again. You can study that sheet and it's going to take you to be miles ahead. You're going to love that. Now the next worksheet bonus is my mnemonics worksheet. So I have learned throughout my EMS career a ton of different mnemonics that make all this EMS education so much easier, and mnemonics you can use when actually working up patients as well. So that mnemonics list is also included in the video vault as well. You also get access to 9 different anatomy and physiology worksheets. So those random A&P questions don't trip you up. That's also included as a bonus in this program. And just to remind you, you get access to our community group. So while you're going through the course, you're not alone. You have people going through the course with you at the exact same time. You have students in the course that passed years ago that chime in and give tips. And you also have access to ask me questions right in the private student group, and we're all in there mixing up. It's the largest NREMT prep course group out there, and you're really going to enjoy the networking, the relationships, and studying in that private community group, and that's included in this course as well. As you can see, the Video Vault program is truly the most comprehensive and best valued NREMT prep program out there today. Now, I'm not sure how long I'm going to offer lifetime access and the price that you see here for all these resources and materials. Now, if you want to lock in this lifetime access offer and this price, you're going to click the button right below this video and it will take you to my checkout page. On that checkout page, you can check out with credit or debit card, PayPal, but I also have a payment plan option for those of you that may be on a budget. I have partnered with Klarna, which uses a pay in 4 method. So you can check out using Klarna and sign up today using 4 simple, small payments. That way, the course is available for anyone, no matter where you are at, to get access to this material. Again, there are no monthly payments and no upgrade fees. You get lifetime access to all of the material and resources that we've talked about in this video here. It covers every EMS certification level, EMR, EMT, AEMT, Paramedic. Whether you're before school, in school, or getting ready for NREMT, the Video Vault will find you exactly where you're at and help and guide you get that dream job and pass that NREMT exam. I am so excited for your success. I cannot wait to see you inside the Video Vault. I look forward to being your coach and helping you out there. Hey, do me a favor. Send me a message and comment in the group once you pass. I look forward to saying, let's go, and congrats to you. I'll see you there. Click down below. See you there.